From Three Kings to the widely known Ouija board, there are many games that you really shouldn't play because they are supremely dark. Here are your top 10 dark ritual games you should never play. Coming up in our number 10 spot, we have a game called Three Kings. This is a ritual game that is said to be something that you would play when wanting to connect with beings from another dimension, or perhaps even connect with your subconscious. Some have joked that it is actually a game that is a form of therapy and can help the practitioner understand themselves better. Basically, through setting the scene in a dark basement with 2 large mirrors, 3 chairs, a pack of candles, and an object from your childhood, you are supposed to be able to get in contact with a being. At around 3:30 a.m. in the morning, you are supposed to go to the scene with a burning candle and sit down on one of the chairs at 3:33 a.m. with your candle. You're supposed to look into the darkness, not the candle or the mirrors, and eventually you will be approached by a being. An entity, if you will. Look, whether you believe in this game or not, I personally think it could be deeply psychologically damaging if you play it. So just don't do it, okay? I feel like the gym teacher from Mean Girls. Just don't do it, okay? In our number 9 spot, we have Bloody Mary. This ritualistic game has been widely known due to pop culture and Hollywood movies. It's a ritual you perform in order to bear witness to a woman named Mary that is bloody, who is believed to be a vengeful witch spirit, not the Virgin Mary. You're supposed to hold a candle up to a mirror and say Bloody Mary 3 times, and the witch is supposed to reveal herself. There are mixed experiences from people that have done this ritual. Some say they were disappointed, and others have expressed being terrified from encountering the spirit. Some have stated that people that play the game experience Bloody Mary's wrath and could possibly be strangled, cursed, or get their souls taken. What? Well, not sure if I believe this to be real, but heck, it's dark enough that you should probably stay away from it. In our number 8 spot, we have the Hooded Man. This is a weird ritual as it doesn't necessarily seem all that bad, but there are people that believe that it has the potential to be bad if the player does not return. So let me explain. So this is a ritual that you would play if you were someone interested in possibly traveling to another dimension. Before even doing the ritual, you are supposed to cleanse your space, or cleanse yourself. Then when it is night, you're supposed to go to a room with a phone and you basically make a call for a cab. If you have succeeded, you're supposed to see a black cab pull up and you're supposed to get into it. Lock the doors and fall asleep. This seems highly dangerous and risky, but okay people that think this isn't that bad. If you wake up and it's 3:30 a.m., then you'll fall asleep again and find yourself in the back of a cab with a hooded man driving in the front seat. You're supposed to look out the window and see another world. If you want to leave, you're supposed to whisper to the hooded man, "I have reached my destination now," and you shall be returned home. Some believe this game to be bad because if you get caught up in the other world and don't try to leave, then you might not return. Honestly, I'd be more worried about getting into a cab of someone you don't know and falling asleep. Yikes, just don't play this game ever. In our number 7 spot, we have the Midnight Man. This is a game that has become quite known in the last while. However, everyone that plays this game advises to never ever play this game. Many people have reported hallucinations and permanent mental scars that are just not worth the risk. Apparently at midnight you are supposed to summon the Midnight Man by calling out to him, and then you are supposed to run around your house and you have to try to not get caught by him. At 3:33 a.m. it is said that if you were not caught, then you have won the game. Apparently this was a game that was an old pagan ritual that was used to punish anyone that disobeyed the religion. Yeah, as psychological torture, for sure. Coming up in our number 6 spot, we have Daruma Sun. This is a bath ritual that was created in Japan, and it honestly feels like a story my brother would make up because the things you have to do will possibly make you laugh. It made me laugh, but I laugh easily. This is a ritual that people do so that they can have the lovely experience of a ghost chasing them around all day long, and if they don't manage to capture the ghost, because yes, you are supposed to capture her, then she will follow you into your dreams. Yikes. Apparently you summon her while in the tub while washing your hair. You're supposed to say, "Daruma Sun fell down." over and over. Then she's supposed to appear and show you that she fell onto the bathtub where she was impaled through the eye. The next day, she's supposed to chase you everywhere, and you are supposed to capture her by looking over your right shoulder, and you're supposed to yell "Kita" and do a karate chop movement with your hand. No, I'm not making this up. Just stay away from this ritual. It's a crazy one. In our number 5 spot, we have One Man Hide and Seek. This is another Japanese game that you may want to play if you're looking for a reason to crawl under your covers and never leave the comfort of your bed again. This game is called Hitori Kakurembo, and when playing this game, you are playing hide and seek with a possessed doll. Yeah, how is this real? I'm terrified. Basically, you're supposed to de-stuff a doll and replace its insides with rice, along with a piece of your fingernail. Sew the doll's opening with a red thread and wrap the remaining thread around the doll. You're then supposed to give the doll a name and place it in the bathtub with some water. Then you're advised to quickly go to your hiding place and turn off the lights. Apparently, you're then supposed to take a giant sip of salt water and without swallowing it, go and look for the doll. It's not supposed to be in the tub anymore. God, I can see why this game may be tempting to play, but also terrifying. In our number 4 spot, we have the closet game. This one shouldn't be so hard to convince you to never play because this one requires you to summon a demon! Yeah, a demon. Why, oh why, was this game invented? Holy moly. Basically, there is no objective but to feel the most amount of fear, probably for the adrenaline junkies of the world. Apparently, you're supposed to go into a pitch black closet, hold up an unlit match, and say, "Show me the light or leave me in darkness." Apparently, when you hear a whisper, you have to immediately light your match or the demon will grab you and pull you into eternal darkness. Ah, lovely. If you successfully light your match and get out of the closet, then you won. But just know that you can never look inside your closet ever again because it will forever be haunted by a demon. In our number 3 spot, we have the Elevator to Another World ritual game. This is a game that you would play if you want to have the experience of going to another world. Sounds pretty PG, but with playing games like this, you never know what could happen and you should be careful. All you have to do is find a building with at least 10 floors and make sure to be riding alone. Then press this combo, 4, 2, 6, 2, 10, 5. On the 5th floor, a woman will enter. Do not look at her. Then the elevator will ascend to the 10th floor, where you can get out and observe a new world. When you want to go home, get back in the elevator and press the same combo. This sounds so cool, but apparently people have had some crazy experiences from it, so maybe proceed with caution. In our number 2 spot, we have the Dry Bones Ritual. Another game to summon a demon. There is no reason for this. Why, people? This game apparently is done with the objective to win a prize. I don't know what prize. It will be different for every person, but it's supposed to be something good. You're supposed to have a mirror, a candle, and some matches. Go into your room at 12:01 a.m. on a night when you're completely alone. You're supposed to stare at your reflection in the mirror and listen for any noise or whispers. If you hear something, leave your house right away, as that means the demon's there. If it's silent, then you just think about your prize that you want. You're then supposed to light the candle with the match. Don't blow out the match yourself, but wait for it to burn out on its own. Then lie down on the floor and say, "I am aware of your presence and I welcome you into my home. Come now." After that, go to the largest room in your house and wait for a moaning noise. If you hear it, the hide and seek game has started. If you manage to hide from the demon until 3 a.m., then you win. You must say, "Thank you for playing, but please leave now. You are no longer welcome to the demon." The demon will leave once you hear a groan. You can expect your prize the next day on your doorstep. If you don't win, the consequences could be dire. I couldn't find out any other testimonials, so maybe this game is just not worth the risk. In our number 1 spot, we have the Ouija board. I am personally not a fan of this game, as I personally had a very traumatic experience with it when I was only 11, and it took many years of therapy to work through the psychological impact that it had. I'm not joking. This is the #1 game that I would advise that you do not play, but of course that's my opinion and bias, so do whatever you like. However, you have been warned. This is a board game that was invented in 1890. Yep, it's quite old. It was invented as a tool for mediums and everyday people to connect with the dead and pass along messages. Over the last 100+ years, it has become more known due to Hollywood movies, but it was a game that actually grew to popularity through word of mouth. Of course, Catholic and Christian religious groups everywhere advised against it because it is not particularly a positive tool. It's a game that opens a portal to the dead, and you never know who you're communicating with. It could be good spirits and it could be bad. Some believe that the bad spirits will haunt the player if they are unlucky to channel them and will drive them to insanity. Regardless of whether that is true or not, it could be psychologically damaging to anyone that remotely believes in good or evil, heaven and hell, or any kind of afterlife. Alright, so don't play these games, okay? Turn on Toy Story, eat some junk food, and play in the light. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I'm Melissa Melotti, and I hope you have a good day. Some believe that the bad spirits will haunt the oh my gosh. There's like something flying in my face. It's a ghost! It's a demon! Okay. Of course I'm wearing like a pink, like Chanel looking jacket in the darkest video I've done so far.